powerful people. We are here with Olivia Garrett, the Director of Institutional Advancement at New College Institute, and she's on the spot. Olivia, we are about to reach into this question box.
I'm ready.
Dig out something good. Oh, I love the confidence. Okay, here we go. Have you ever experienced a moment of crisis or rock bottom, and how did you overcome it?
Well, yeah, definitely have had my fair share of hard times. And I think the way I tend to overcome things is that I feel like I have this kind of like innate sense of wanting to be happy, you know? And so anytime things get bad, I remember that this is today, it's not forever. You want to be happy, you choose that path. And that's usually what gives me a focus point, like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing to get through it and move on.
Yeah, I love that. Just focus positive, connect back to what your overall mission is, and understanding that, this too shall pass.
Exactly. Yeah. And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
So, Olivia, we're going to roll right into some additional questions just to find out more about you and about this new gig at NCI. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you kind of made it to this point in your career journey.
Sure. Yeah. So educationally, I'm a social worker, which not a lot of people know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have a bachelor's and a master's in social work. And when I got my master's at VCU in Richmond, I went the sort of non-traditional route. We call it macro social work, which is administration, policy, planning versus what you typically think of as, therapy and counseling.
Right.
And so that led me to the world of politics. I worked at the General Assembly for around 10 years, doing everything from legislative development to campaign management. And then once we moved to Martinsville in 2020, I worked at the West Piedmont Planning District Commission. And that was great. I got a really kind of good ground level sense of like what's going on in the region. I worked on tourism projects and some community development. And now I'm starting at NCI, first week on the job. And so that's going to be a lot of focus on government relations, which I'm used to, some community relations and PR, as well as some grant development. So I'm excited.
Yeah. I feel the good energy.
Yeah.
What excites you most about this new opportunity?
I think really just getting even more engaged in Uptown. When I was in Richmond, of course, the Capitol is sort of in the heart of downtown. So I was used to walking everywhere and, seeing people on the street and, easy to get lunch and have meetings and just like always kind of like a energy that was, really kind of helped drive me to want to do my job well. So I'm interested in getting involved more in Uptown. I just joined the Uptown Partnership board.
Okay, yeah, congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, that's really fun. They're working on a mascot.
I know, I saw that. I wish I had some type of artistic ability to support in that mission.
There's some really good ideas out there. My husband was like, let's throw together like a bee, a rooster, some dinosaurs, put them on a race car. With some wildflowers.
Like a whole thing. Okay. So he went there.
He did, just all the things. Yeah, so I'm really excited to get involved with NCI and promote them, get more people involved in their programs. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff with advanced manufacturing and partnering with our four-year institutions. So a lot going on over there.
Okay, great. Now, you talked a little bit about transitioning from the Richmond life to the Martinsville life. What are some of the key components of that transition? What have you loved? What are some of the things you've missed?
I love Richmond. It's a fun place to visit now. But, living in Richmond, there's like almost sometimes too many opportunities, and it's like Martinsville, what's going on that weekend, that you're going to see people, and, it feels like kind of like a natural, just like you get to just hang out and be yourself and you're not trying to, go to 50 different things at one time and be everywhere. It's like, there's a First Friday event. We're going to that. And there's going to be good music and good food and good people. And I like that a lot. And so that's been very easy to transition to. But I'm from West Virginia, so I'm kind of used to the small town vibe.
Okay, what part of West Virginia?
I grew up in Huntington, which is bigger than Martinsville. But my family's from outside the Parkersburg area.
Okay.
And in a place called Ritchie County, which makes Martinsville seem like a metropolis. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a cousin who lives in Parkersburg, and
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm familiar in that way. And my mom is actually from West Virginia. So
Really?
she grew up in West Virginia. Although our family is from here,
Uh-huh.
she grew up in West Virginia in North Fork,
Oh,
which
cool.
is super, super
I was
small.
gonna say, I don't know that one. I'll have to look
Well,
it up later.
yep, you will have to look it up. Their big claim to fame is they won all of these state basketball
Oh,
championships. I think they
interesting.
have some kind of record for the number of state basketball
Ah,
championships they won.
well, that's
She
cool.
was not on the basketball team, so she took no part in that, but she's very proud of that fun fact.
I like that. That's great.
So, what are some fun facts you're proud of? Like things that you've accomplished that you feel like, wow, yes, I did that.
You want like real, like wild fun fact?
Yeah, give us a
Okay.
wild fun fact.
I've gone skydiving before. That's kind of
Okay,
a fun fact
tell
that
me
I like to.
about that.
That was Olivia at 18 years old.
Mm.
My wild days. I think it was the first 2 months into college. It was like fall break, and we were like, "What are we gonna do?" And someone was like, "Why don't we like jump out of an airplane?" And
Why
what's
not?
even more fun, I had never been on an airplane before.
Okay, so Olivia at 18 decides her first plane ride will be to jump out of the
Mm-hmm.
plane.
So
I
there was a
love it.
period of time where I had flown but never landed. So jumped out of the first airplane I ever got on.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was like one of those things that after I did it, I was like, oh, that was really scary. But yeah, in the moment, I just jumped right out.
When you're 18, 19, you do these things
Yeah.
and you're like, eh. And then when you get older, you look back like, what was going on?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain was not fully developed.
And that's
Clearly.
the thing you started with. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Thankfully, I'm still here in an interview with you.
Yeah, we're glad too. So you have a husband who is super excited about creating hybrid animal mascots.
Right.
What else is he up to?
Yeah.
And tell us more.
He recently bought the Starling Avenue Cards and Comics.
Oh, yeah.
They're located on Starling Avenue. It's been in business through various owners for about 30 years. He is a lifelong passionate nerd. So, anything from Pokemon to Magic the Gathering, he's your guy. He's really excited about it. And they have events all week long. And so that's his time right now. It's really cool to see it happen.
Okay, and
Yeah.
are you into Pokemon and Magic
the Gathering?
the Gathering?
I am learning. I haven't played either one of them, but I really like the arts and Magic the Gathering. It's a card game, and it has really cool art. And they also will have special card packs like Post Malone. He is apparently a big Magic the Gathering guy, and so he has his own deck and all that stuff. I think the kind of pop culture intertwined in it is really cool.
Well, I will have to do a little research on
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it, but
it's very popular right now.
Yeah. This reminds me of another thing that I missed was like Dungeons and Dragons, which is still a thing now.
Yeah.
But
and then it kind of has had a resurgency, I think, through COVID, and then they've had some spotlights. I feel like Stranger Things. They kind of had that featured in the TV show, and
I'm putting it on my list.
Yeah, well, go to his shop; they'll teach you.
Uno is about like where I land with card games.
Yeah,
Yahtzee. I'm into Yahtzee.
Ooh.
Yeah. Monopoly.
That's a good
one. It's classic.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's into Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. What are you into? What are your hobbies?
Yoga. I love yoga. Always trying to do more yoga. That's a good thing for me. Feeling balanced and right. Need the Zen mindset.
Yes.
I like that. I like to read, though it's, with 2 little kids, it's kind of hard to find the time to do that. I'm also involved in the garden club here in town, and so I'm trying to learn how to arrange flowers, which is much harder than just My way is just like shoving them in the vase and
That's my way.
calling it a day. But there's things like negative space and,
Oh,
there's like a whole theory behind it in different styles. So that's interesting. But it's also led me down a path of learning about native plants. I'm involved in Bee City and also the Plant Southern Piedmont Natives campaign. It's a part of a statewide initiative to get people to kind of move beyond, what's traditionally in your garden, like roses or lilies, and think about plants that feed pollinators like bees and butterflies, or provide them a place to live. And so that's been interesting to just think about the food chain and the cycle of life, and how what we put in our yard has an impact on everything else.
right. It's not just cute.
Yeah,
It's there for a
exactly.
purpose.
Yeah, and so that's been really interesting to learn about, and especially just thinking about like some of these plants have been around for millions of years, and it just kind of helps you think about your place in the world, and the world keeps on spinning, things keep growing with or without you.
You're getting deep on
Yeah,
us.
I know.
I love it. So you mentioned 2 kids. Tell us about the kiddos.
Yeah, 2 kids, Nellie and Ward. They are full of life and energy, keeps us going whether we like it or not. But it's really fun to be around them. Nellie is very into Pokemon right now. She could tell you all of them. She teaches me. She's also into dinosaurs.
Okay.
I didn't know that there were so many dinosaurs.
She gives you the rundown.
Yeah, she's like, Mom, don't you know about a Diplodocus? And I'm like, no.
No,
Sorry.
I do not.
They didn't teach me that.
It's like T-Rex and the Brontosaurus.
Right. Triceratops. I was those are my top 3. That's all I knew.
You need is 3.
You're right. Yeah, so she's into that. Ward is very into danger.
Oh.
Like, can I jump off the bed
or jump out of a plane, having not flown in one
right,
previously.
Maybe he got it from me.
I wonder where he got that from.
Yeah, who knows? I mean.
Now, did you name Nelly after Nelly, the hip-hop artist?
Press really wanted to spell it Nelly.
Okay.
But my great-grandma, she was a Nell or
okay,
Nelly.
All right.
And so, yeah, she's named after her.
I just knew, like, you guys met, Getting Hot in Here was playing,
right.
And you're like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to honor this moment. Our child will be named Nelly.
Right. Wouldn't that be great?
It's a good story you could tell.
Yeah, that'll be my other story.
So tell us something that most people wouldn't know about you.
Well, I was in a movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Fun fact.
I wish I had a cup of tea to sip on right now.
Yeah, I was in the Harriet Tubman movie. I was an extra.
What?
I know. And my main motivation was that I knew Janelle Monáe was going to be in the movie, and I really wanted to meet her, and I missed it by one day. And I was like, well, what was the point of me being in this movie? But no, it was really fun time. It was the first time I'd ever been on like a movie set or anything. It was down in downtown Petersburg, and my boss and I, we went through the whole thing. We showed up to wait in line to, like just apply to be an extra, and they had to take headshots of us and our measurements and everything. And then we got a call back, and yeah, we waited. It's a lot of waiting around.
Oh yes, I know.
That was my biggest learning.
Started.
Yeah.
Hurry up and wait. Like you get there, you're all excited, and then you're like, when am I gonna be like in front of the camera? Right. And then a lot of times people won't even know you're there. You're doing your thing, and it's so far in the back.
Yeah, and just the level of detail was astounding to me. I mean, they like got us all, dressed up in this like period attire, and they did something crazy with my eyebrows. I mean, I basically had like a unibrow. I think I was a peasant. Because my outfit was not cute. It was like they had just like dug it out of.
Come on, people! Don't do my girl.
I know.
Like
and
that.
Then I showed up with the other extras, and they had like these elaborate, like beautiful gowns.
And you're
like,
unibrow.
I know.
I'm gonna write someone. We'll get the contact information.
And then I was like, "Where's Janelle?
Where is she?"
And they're like, "Oh, she was here yesterday." Oh. I was like, "Oh, that was
I did this
right.
and no Janelle Monáe."
I know.
Frustration. Well, how cool was that? Just
it was
to
really
be in the
cool.
mix, even as a unibrow peasant.
I know. I was just like, I'm just happy to be here, glad to be included. And then I tried to get the good snacks, and they were like, "Oh no, that's not for you." They're like, because I think you had to have like your like SAG card. they got like the nice snacks, and they're like, no, you get like the off-brand Chex Mix.
What?
I know.
See,
I learned a lot. They're like, you're not union. You don't have your card.
I never had snack discrimination when I was background acting in New York. All the snacks were free for everyone. Or maybe there was a secret SAG space.
Yeah.
But
they had it right there. There was no signs, and they're like, sorry, lady, you're not Janelle Monáe. You don't get to have the good snacks.
They probably gave you that unibrow so they'd know.
They know. They're like, no, you go over there.
The mark of bad snacks.
Right.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a super fun experience. And I did not, if you watch the movie, which is really good, you will not see me. But I know where I was. Yeah. I know all the scenes. I'm like, I'm back there.
Like
I'm like that
right
blurred out
corner.
Little small person.
I'll tell you an interesting story about background acting for me. Mm-hmm. I was background acting and I was on Law and Order. And I had this amazing moment that was set up for me. The director called action. The camera zoomed in on me. There was several segments orchestrated specifically to get my facial expression for this moment. I was ecstatic. Yeah. Just over the moon. The other background people were like, girl, this is your time. Yeah. You're winning.
You're in the limelight.
Yes. Like this, you got to put this on your reel. I was over the moon. So they don't tell you necessarily like when the episode is going to air or any information about that. So when Law and Order season came out, I'm watching intently. Like I know the elements of the episode. So as soon as I see certain elements, I'm going to know this is my episode. Yeah. So I tell everyone, coming up, I'm coming through on this episode. Watch this episode. Was cut completely out of the episode. Completely out of the episode. I was hurt. And people were like, I didn't see you. My mom, I didn't see you. Anyway, from that point on, I never mentioned when I was filming something. Because I could be on the editing room floor and I've gotten all excited and my feelings in it. And then I'm off to the side. Yep. So, but I did get good snacks. Well, I'm just saying.
That's a plus.
We will talk to someone.
Yeah. I don't know who we're going to talk to. But tell them. Tell the people. Olivia wants good snacks. I am motivated by food.
People, we want you to advocate for snacks, fair snacks for all. I'm just saying. So, Olivia, this has been absolutely phenomenal. Have enjoyed every moment of this conversation. Yeah. Thank you for jumping out of the plane in season 2 of On the Spot with us and being so brave and sharing transparently some awesome things about your journey. We wish you all the best in your new role at NCI.
Oh, thank you.
Can't wait to support you in the position and enjoy Uptown with you.
Yes, awesome. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yay.